The UK's technical capability notice. I don't know about this. Tell me about this.
Tim, government versus encryption, our ongoing series in this podcast. Yeah, the UK issued something called the technical capability notice.
Okay.
Man, they're so good at using words that sound like nothing and means a lot. Yeah, so the UK Home Office was really, really upset with the fact that Apple uses encryption on their iCloud backups.
Right.
The UK government wanted access.
Because they want to spy on that.
That's your words.
Okay.
Of course.
They want a law enforcement on that.
Well, you know, it's there's always reason for a government to be able to access everybody's data.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. So this is late 2025, early 2026. So the secret technical capability notice is secret orders to Apple that demanded that they build a backdoor for the Home Office to access encrypted iCloud backups for British citizens.
Yeah. Okay, I read about this.
So yeah, this was in the news and we didn't cover this. So, you know, this is kind of like a catch up. All right, so here's the surprise. Unlike previous skirmishes where companies stayed quiet, Apple actually took the extraordinary step of disabling its advanced data protection. In other words, E2EE for iCloud entirely for UK users in February of 2025.
So it was all just in the clear.
Yes. If we can't offer it securely, we won't offer it at all.
Yep.
Was Apple's way of saying it, right?
Yep. And then they were public about the fact that that's what they had done.
Absolutely. So what a fascinating twist in that the United States came in and stepped in to defend Apple. And so basically the pivot by late 2025 was that the UK had to pivot to make it a British-only access order. And it's currently being fought over. And at some point, there's going to be apparently the 7-day public hearing on this topic. So bottom line, Tim, is, you know, I wanted to bring this up because, again, there's more of this, nation states compelling major tech organizations to build backdoors. And I just found it interesting that Apple basically said, all right, you know, we're not going to build the backdoor.
Right.
We're not going to encrypt it at all.
It'll just all be, there doesn't need to be a door because there won't be any walls.
And so the UK then even went, well, that's not what we said.
You're right.
And it's like, oh, that's interesting.
It is interesting. And it touches a few things, right? Part of it is, you know, this Apple privacy first philosophy manifest, right? Because you think about it from the perspective of the decision makers at Apple, they're like, the best thing is you have privacy. The worst thing is you think you have privacy, but you don't. The thing that's in the middle, still not good, but it's in the middle, is you don't have privacy and you know it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so that's a lot what they were about.
Right.
So if you know you don't have privacy and you put things on this service anyway, at least you know they're not private. And you have the ability to eschew including the things that you want private, to omit the things you want private.
Tim, I want to land on just one last thought before we end the podcast, which is, I think the UK government was attempting to create a test lab for how to build a backdoor, thinking Apple would use their best brains to do it. Free work.
Sure.
And Apple went, nope.
No. Yeah, that's a great point, right? It's also this, you can't put genies back in bottles thing, right? If we do this and people can study what we did, then people around the world will study what we did. Right?
So Tim, obviously Apple listens to this podcast because they did something that we both agree on and said, there's no such thing as a secure backdoor.
Yep. Oh, 100%.
And that's the leg they're standing on.
Yeah.
And that's where the United States government actually backed them up. So, wow.
Wow.
The news continues, and we will continue to report on this stuff.
I think we need to.